this family, I had this small chavurah in Philadelphia with a bunch of families, and it was a really wonderful group, and this family called me, and their dog had died, and they asked if I would do a funeral. And I didn't even pause, and I said, of course. Turns out, if you go online to what we call Rav Google and type in Kaddish for a pet, there are like 4 or 5 options come up. And so we put together this funeral service where we read some psalms that were about animals, and the members of the family talked about the dog. They were burying their dog in the backyard. I don't know if that's legal, but they were. We read this Kaddish for the pet. The whole thing took about 15 minutes. Everyone cried, including me. And I still don't like dogs. And I'll tell you why, in retrospect, that was the right thing to do for that family. It was a mom and a dad and one kid who was 7. The dad was just in remission from having leukemia. This dog was the dog that had accompanied the dad through this journey of chemotherapy, and then he was in remission, and then the dog died. This dog had been around for 12 or 13 years in this family. The couple had a difficult time getting pregnant. They got pregnant, they had this kid, the baby came home to this dog. And what I realized in the end is that for them, maybe it was about the dog, right? The actual dog. But for me, it wasn't about the dog, it was about what this dog represents. And it was about allowing this family to feel this sadness for the cancer, even though he was better, right? They kept feeling like, oh, everything's okay now. We're all fine. He's in remission. Everything's great. But allowing them to feel that sadness, right, of what had just happened to them, allowing them to feel the sadness for there were all these things that had happened in their life that this dog accompanied them through.